Make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell if you want to get the videos as soon as they upload. YouTube, what up? Welcome back to another Pounds 978 custom video, and today I want to talk to you guys about Storm Collectibles Motaro. Shout out to Fig Ops Toys. This video was sponsored by Fig Ops Toys. I wouldn't have had this if it weren't for Fig Ops Toys. So by the way, check the link in the description. Go to their website right now. They have this guy still in stock. I don't want to hear no complaints a week from now, 2 weeks from now, people saying they can't find Motaro. He's still in stock right now. Head over to Fig Ops Toys, you can get him. But I wanted to talk about Mortal Kombat 3. One of my favorite games, honestly. Probably one of my favorite characters from the game. I think the bigger characters like Motaro, Goro, Shao Kahn, even Shiva are my utmost favorite characters. In figure form, to play with, I'd probably say Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Raiden, Noob Saibot. Those are my go-to guys to play with, even Cabal. But you can't lie, man. This is a great figure. I was so happy to get this. To be honest, this reminded me of Goro. This gave me the same joy that Goro gave me. In fact, I got Goro right here. Give me a second. It's like that Married with Children song. You can't have one without the other. So Goro is one of my absolute favorites. I traveled to New York in 2018, New York Comic Con. This was an exclusive. It really wasn't, but they said it was then. I traveled to get it. I broke like 2 nights. I was up for like 52 hours on a Red Bull binge. I was just Red Bull. I almost had a heart attack, but it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. Now I got him and Kintaro's in the works, but this is a great figure. I just wanted to say thank you very much to Fig Ops Toys, bro. I really do appreciate this. This is amazing. I also got the Unmasked Sub-Zero, so shout out to you again for that. But today we're talking about Motaro and Goro. I want to get them out of these boxes and take a closer look, so if you guys don't mind, let's do that. Motaro and Goro are the coolest Mortal Kombat figures, including Shao Kahn, right now. So badass that I'm doing the review outside. I don't care who sees me in my neighborhood. I will shout out, Mortal Kombat! I got people looking at me like I'm stupid. But guess what? They're stupid. If they don't have one of these, they're stupid. No, I'm just kidding. But these are seriously nice figures, bro. Look at this figure, bro. I'm not mad that I didn't almost die. I'm exaggerating, but I felt like I was gonna die. I was out of breath. I was in a hotel bad. I'll run some clips for you, but these two figures are great. I don't know why the color variation. I wish he wasn't so orange. I don't know if he's like that in the game. I think he's more brown. But I do love these guys. They both look great. I can't wait to get Kintaro. Again, huge shout out to Fig Ops Toys, bro. You are the best. These are amazing figures, and I don't know what else to say. Why don't you guys who don't have one of these figures go out right now to Fig Ops Toys and get yourself one? You're not gonna find Goro. This guy right now is like $350. I paid $100 retail, $95 plus tax, but it's definitely worth it. This figure is also right now up on figopstoys.net for $110 retail. I'm telling you now, don't miss your opportunity, because when he goes, he's gonna go for $300. Think about Shao Kahn. Think about Goro. Think about Sub-Zero. Think about the first Scorpion and the first Reptiles. These guys are going for extremely large amounts of money, and so I would recommend you pick up Motaro at least right now. But let's pull these up to the table and get a closer view and see what this is really about. I love these things. YouTube, what up? Welcome back. Amazing figures. Motaro is finally here. Actually, I've had him for about a month now, maybe even 2. I've had him since March, like middle of March. And I love this guy. I've been wanting to review him for a while. I just had things in the storage. Shout out to Storm Collectibles for making this great figure and continuing the Mortal Kombat 3 line. They're doing amazing. For a new company, they're doing amazing. But also shout out to Fig Ops Toys, because without you, this wouldn't be possible. This video is sponsored by Fig Ops Toys. If you're looking for a Motaro figure, go to figopstoys.net and scoop yourself a Motaro before they sell out, because I guarantee you they will. Go to figopstoys.net right now. Moving on, let's get to the back of the box where all the cool artwork is. And one thing I noticed off the back is there is no bio. Usually there's a bio, a small paragraph of words that gives you a small description of who the character is. And in here, they wasted no time in telling you nothing. They assume you should already know, which is cool. I get it. You should already know who this character is. We don't need the bio, but it's just unusual that it's not on the box like all the rest of the figures. And the same for the new Unmasked Sub-Zero. But look at the box. Look at the amazing poses you can put the figure in and the accessories he comes with. I mean, look at that. Even if you weren't a Mortal Kombat fan, if you saw this on the shelf somewhere in a comic shop, you'd have to respect it. Side artwork of the entire body, pretty cool, and the other side is just the face. Once you open the package, you get the figure in a tray, but we don't care about the tray, so let's remove the plastic. But it is thoughtful to have it in a tray so all the pieces don't fall out. You get also plastic bags to keep it nice and tidy. But these are the accessories. Motaro looks great. You get an extra head and some hands. These are the least amount of hands I've seen in a figure for a long time. Usually we get more, but I'm not even complaining. This is all we need. We get a figure, an extra skeleton. Who would have thought? Thank you for a birthday gift, I suppose, because they didn't have to give us that and we still would have bought Motaro. So we do get the skeleton with hands. He gets accessories. I mean, what, do you think I'm stupid? Nobody's this nice. What do you want from me, Storm Collectibles? You already got my money. The skeleton comes in its own plastic tray. I think it's pretty cool, but you can't take it out, and it is fully articulate, and that is the positive thing. It's not just a decoration, it's an actual moving figure. So be careful though. I think it is pretty fragile. It appears to be. I mean, it's holding on by just small ball joints, but the overall quality is on point though, as far as detailed and paint job, and even the quality of the plastic is pretty cool. You just got to remove this foam that they put in the torso, which was good because it kept it safe from crushing in the box. But you get super articulation in the ab crunch and diaphragm, as you can see, and that's super dope. It's a little wiggly for me, but that's fine. Most people say you can't get him to go side to side, but if you turn the ball joint a little bit and then twist the upper torso, you can get some side to side movement on one of those ball hinges, and then on the second one you can get the ab crunch. But you do get some nice articulation for a free figure. This was originally one of the Golden Axe figures that came 2 per box. That was about 50-60 bucks. So essentially they're giving us a $25-30 figure for free. A fully articulate figure, even the jaw moves, and they gave us hands for accessories. So I'm not mad at it. I know people who are buying the Motaro figure just for the skeletons and then selling the Motaro figure. And there was a couple times where I wanted to buy the figure alone. People were selling it for like 75-80 bucks without the skeleton, because the skeleton is something I don't really care about. It's just extra to have. Of course you want a skeleton with Motaro. Motaro's a beast. You want him to rip the skin and flesh off of his enemy. So to have this, and it's not only for Motaro. If you have any other Mortal Kombat figure, you can use this with any other figure. Motaro is a decent sized figure. He's not the biggest out of Storm Collectible figures, but he is really tall and wide and long, and he sizes up pretty big in comparison to the skeleton. The skeleton is probably about the average size of their figures, just without the bulk and meat. I'm still surprised they even gave us one of these. Motaro was designed after its Mortal Kombat 3 counterpart. Looks pretty accurate. In fact, could be a 1-to-1. I don't know anything that's inaccurate. But let's get a closer look. I mean, you tell me if there's any inconsistencies that I'm missing. You let me know. This tail feels great. It's really bendy. It's pretty thick, and it bends at any point you want it to bend. The arms, the articulation, all this thing moves so smooth. You can't be disappointed. Not only does it move so smooth, but you will find a bunch of poses to put this in the minute you get it in your hands. You're just gonna just easily pose it. It's not hard, even though some of these positions may look difficult, and they can be, but trust me, you will find at least 4 or 5 different ways to pose this guy. I'm not exaggerating. No stand required. Simple, easy, and effective. That's what I love about Storm Collectibles. Their figures are easily posed. They articulate well. They look great. I'm not going to swap the head for this pose. I will swap the head for another pose though, but you can see what it will look like if I did do it here. Look at that, man. He's kicking you in the chest. This is amazing, bro. I love this figure. Even if I didn't have no other Mortal Kombat figure, I would have this. If I had a desk or office, this would definitely be on my office. All my coworkers would ask me questions and I'd say, "Get lost, bro." I wouldn't say that. You can pop off this hand and pop on the grip hand and put on the skeleton head, and it looks cool. It looks like he just completed his fatality. But trust me when I tell you that you will find tons and tons of poses for this guy. Even for you vanilla posers like me out there, you will find a bunch of cool things. And that's the fun part about this thing. It's like, it's endless almost. You could even do his iconic signature kick, his heel kick. And with no peg stands, sticky tap, tape, invisible wire, nothing. Just those two hooves in the front and some good balancing, and this guy can do that, and that's amazing. This is the first pose I did the minute I got this out the box. I was like, I want to know if it's doable, because if it is, Storm Collectibles just like nailed this figure. And guess what? Look at, to you this may not seem like anything. To me, this seems like everything. They nailed the video game look, design, performance, everything. This figure is a 10 out of 10, and I don't do ratings. Out of all the characters in the Mortal Kombat franchise, I wouldn't have thought they would give us Motaro this early, but damn, am I so grateful. It's the first pose I even did out of the box. Posed it on the table, and I wanted to make sure I can do it. And here's my best vanilla pose. But if you want to know a little bit about Motaro, I can pull up a bio really fast. Motaro is a centaur-like creature and a character from the Mortal Kombat franchise. He and his race of Centaurians hail from Outworld and serve Shao Kahn as hunters and warriors. There's a whole bunch more to him, but that's just the basic. You can look it up if you want. I decided to swap out the screaming head for this more relaxed face for vanilla pose. I think that works better. You guys let me know. I don't know. The only thing I would wish for this figure to have is probably some articulation in the waist of the horse, of the centaur, right? Somewhere in the ribs to fold left or right, or somehow bend. Other than that, honestly, I think this figure is almost perfect. The shading is really nice. You can see the chest differs from the skin tone all around it. It's more of an orange versus a tan, but again, it is a more orange than I would like it to be. I would have preferred it to be more brown or tan. My favorite part of a Storm Collectible figure is the articulation. Look at all that movement you can have with the head. It might not look great, you know, but I'm just showing you the range it has, that you can move it, and it's so smooth, it's easy. It has a loud sound. I know it sounds like someone creeping into an old haunted mansion, but I can get over that, honestly. I'm used to that by now. It's just really ratchety and squeaky sounds. There's probably a lubricant you can put on it, but I don't have any of that stuff. A couple of figures are stiffer than others, pardon me, but this figure is so smooth that I don't have any issues moving the butterfly joints, the neck, the torso, anything. Everything is so smooth. But just in case you want to see, you can move the ab crunch or the diaphragm joint. It moves back and forth and side to side really, really well. You also get that other part, the waist swivel, that moves, and you can even get him in that like side charge position. He shoulder bumps you. I'm telling you, man, this figure is incredible, bro. I wouldn't lie just because this is a sponsored video. I would have bought this figure anyway. In fact, I did. I have two of these figures. I bought one myself, and then I got one sponsored to me. So thank you again, Fig Ops Toys. The tail's super articulate. You can choke somebody out with it. You can stab somebody with the tip. There's so many things you can do with this figure. I'm telling you, you're gonna have fun if you got another Mortal Kombat character, either a good guy or a bad guy. The legs split out more than I expected to. I didn't think it would do that. Nice and wide, feet planted, ready for action. The legs kick up really high. Again, higher than I probably expected it to kick up. I don't think you need to kick up that high, but it does feel good to have that range available. The legs are as squeaky as can be as well. In fact, very squeaky. Knees single jointed, I think. Single jointed, like ankle pivot almost, and like a hinge there as well. So it does work. You can kind of use it to its advantage. It's a little metal stripe on the bottom. The tail is really soft. The metal stripe isn't. You can split the back legs a little, not as much as you could the two front legs, but they give you a little range as well, and you could put them forward that much. They go back as well for that kick, that two hooves in the front kick. So you do get some bending at the knees. They don't really work too well here in the back legs, but again, just enough to get you in those positions that you need to make it look cool. And just like Goro, he comes with this peg stand that is for the projectile that shoots from his tail. It's like this ball of light, which is executed pretty well. It's painted nice, it's detailed nice, it has these ripples on it, so it looks good. There's a peg hole on the bottom, and that's where you would stick the peg, and you can have it kind of like blasting off his tail or to the front and hitting someone in the chest. However you want to do it. The peg stand is pretty long. It comes with different sticks, so you can change the size of it, and I think that's pretty cool. But YouTube, that is it. That is my opinion on Motaro from Storm Collectibles. Again, it's probably a 10 out of 10 if you ask me. Go get one now at figopstoys.net. That's figopstoys.net. There's some right now in stock, but don't cry when you can't get them. Because I'm telling you right now, I can go on the Storm Collectibles Facebook page and see a bunch of people begging for figures that came out years ago. So let me leave you with some pictures, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Feel free to subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
Everybody start to sing, la-dee-ah, whoa, and now you're singing with a swing. Sing, sing, sing.
Oh, you guys are still here? Sorry. Let me get some privacy. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.